Hi everybody, welcome to Lone Star Planner Girl. This is Crystal and today is going to be a plan with me. I am filming and uploading this really late. I'm sorry, life was a little bit crazy this week. We celebrated my daughter's third birthday this week and then had our first ER visit with our kids. We thought my son broke his foot and so we had to run him into the ER. Thankfully, it was not broken, just bruised, but that was certainly quite the entertaining, anyway. So, today we are going to do the week of November the 18th through the 24th in my Hobonichi A6 weekly calendar supplement, and Amanda, you're going to laugh at this. When I purchased this kit, she actually wrote a note. This is just a side note, y'all. This is how much Amanda enjoys her customers and getting to know them and everything. She knows that I hate pink. I loathe the color pink. It is just not my thing. And I purchased this kit and she was kind of a little surprised. But I purchased it for a very specific reason, and that is it is my daughter's third birthday on the 18th, and she is like my total opposite when it comes to being a girl. I don't like girly stuff. I'm not a tomboy. I don't, I don't enjoy pink or frills or any of that mess, and my daughter does, and so this is in her honor. So I have got the birthday kit from Mandy, Lynn Plans, the usual pieces, and then I have got my sticker album from Paper Squirrel Co. And then I've got my Dear Lily designs, and it's ironic to me that all of these things just happen to be pink. Dear Lily designs, when you order from them, it's a random color. They have the rainbow, so it can be one of like 8 colors and you don't get to choose. And of course the stencil that I use the most from them is pink. I think the universe has it out for me sometimes. But anyway, there's your funny little story for the day. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I almost never end up having to use these, so I'm going to set those aside and just go ahead and get started. So yes, my daughter is turning 3 on Monday, and I am just not equipped to deal. It feels like she was just born yesterday, and I think I mentioned this when I was doing my November monthly plan with me. As a parent, every parent knows your kids grow up so fast, and you just sometimes look up and wonder where the time has gone. And with her specifically, it feels like it's gone so much faster than my son. And I don't know if it's just because, toddlers change so much. There's so many more milestones that toddlers reach during the same amount of time than older kids. Obviously, you start maturing and growing more slowly the older you get. So I don't know if that's it or what, but I just feel like she is growing up so fast and I am not ready for it. Anyway, I don't know if, I'm sure I have shared, I don't remember what I've shared. My husband and I struggled with infertility. It took us 7 years of trying and praying and treatments and all sorts of crazy stuff to have my son. And then after him, it took us another 4 to have my daughter. Again, with lots of praying and doctor visits and all sorts of crazy stuff. So it could be that that's part of why it feels like it's so crazy fast, because I don't know, it may be silly, but it kind of feels like it took us so long to have kids that we should be able to enjoy it longer. Which I don't know if that's, that's not really true, but it feels that way. Like we had to fight so hard to have kids. We should be able to enjoy them for longer than it really takes them to grow up. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. We actually celebrated this past week on Thursday. She wanted to go to a trampoline park. She is the bounciest child. She has loved to bounce since the day she was born. During what they call the witching hour, usually babies are fussy at a particular time of day, most often in the evenings. And my daughter was no exception. Hers was a little bit late in the day. She usually around 9 or 10 o'clock would get really fussy for a couple of hours. And the quickest and easiest and most reliable way to get her to calm down was to bounce her. You know, some babies like rocking, some babies like bouncing, some babies like swinging, you know, everybody's different. And for her, it just so happened to be bouncing. And so I would sit there for hours, and just bounce her gently up and down like this, you know, supporting her head and everything. But that is the only way I could keep her from screaming bloody murder for 2 hours every day. And she was a really chill, laid back baby. Overall, it was just that a couple of hours every night she would lose her ever-loving mind for no apparent reason whatsoever, as babies do. And I'm pretty sure I have another birthday sticker in here. Yes. So anyway, all that to say, she's loved bouncing since she was a little kid. I mean, half the time she doesn't even walk. She hops everywhere, which is kind of hilarious. Oh, I don't want to cover up the heart though. I'll stick it right there. So she requested to go to a trampoline park for her birthday. She calls it the jumping place. I want to go jumping place for my birthday. So that's what we did. And we had all sorts of fun planned. And then we were going to go to my husband's parents' house and have cake and ice cream and presents and FaceTime my parents because my parents do not live here. So that she could, you know, open, oh no, I don't want to put that there because it, oh. Okay, so we'll go backwards with this. Sorry, I just realized I didn't want to put a dark blue sticker right next to the dark blue. But while we were at the trampoline park, we had been there for maybe 20 minutes. My son got hurt and we thought he broke his foot. He was jumping, he jumped right next to somebody, and ended up underneath them, and they couldn't stop in time. It was completely just an accident. It was nobody's fault, but his really, I guess, for jumping too close to somebody. But, they came down right on top of his foot, and he, you know, parents, you know, your kids have that cry of, I'm being dramatic, oh, I'm so hurt, and then there's like the real hurt cry. And my son is the super dramatic type. I mean, he will scream bloody murder over a stubbed toe. But I was across the room that we were in, the particular trampoline room that we were in, and I heard him scream. And I don't know that I've ever moved that fast in my life, because it was very obvious that he was hurt. And the person that landed on his foot was a parent. So, you know, an adult. And so we were quite concerned that his foot was broken. He couldn't put any weight on it. And, you know, there's the kids, there's the dramatic, oh, I'm so hurt, pay attention to me, crying that they do. And then there's the, like, I couldn't stop it if I wanted to, crying. The almost quiet cry, you know? And he was physically shaking, just trembling. So you knew he was really hurt. So my husband rushed him off to the ER, to have it x-rayed. We were 100% certain that it was broken. I mean, we were sure that it was broken. And I stayed there with my daughter, and my in-laws came to pick me up. She and I, so that we didn't have to completely ruin her birthday celebration, since that was the one thing she wanted to do. And while thankfully it was on a Thursday, it was the middle of the morning on a Thursday morning. Whoops, sorry, bumped into that. And like almost never happens, they just walked into the ER and there was no one there, so they were immediately seen. And by the time that my in-laws came to pick me up, he was already back getting x-rays. And they said, no, it's not broken. just bruised, here, take this ibuprofen and Tylenol together, or, you know, alternating, but take them both, one for pain and one for swelling, and, you know, follow up with your pediatrician. So we were extremely thankful that it was not broken. Extremely thankful. Yes. I have to remember when Awana and Tumbling take breaks for the holiday. And I actually did finally order script stickers from Amanda for Awana, and then I got, she doesn't have Tumbling, but she has gym, which I think it's supposed to be like gym workout, but it could be short for gymnastics, and we'll go with it. I know what it means, and it's my planner, so it's all good. Tumbling, Awana. Oh no, this is not a school day. This is our, whoops. Oh man, I just keep banging into this thing. I'm sorry, you guys. Our co-op day. Because it would normally be next week, the last Thursday of the month, but as that is Thanksgiving, and we do not do school here on the days that we go to co-op because he takes several classes there. And I count that as a school day. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I need to do my So yeah, I thought that was really funny when I placed that order, and Amanda actually wrote on my receipt, or you know, the little packing slip that she puts in the package. Gosh, I can talk today. Goodness gracious, it has been an eventful couple of days. And was like, pink? I'm so surprised. Yeah, normally I am not the pink person. Don't like it. Don't want to have anything to do with it really, and I should not have done that. Thank goodness for removable stickers. At this point, I won't even buy stickers that aren't removable anymore unless they're like to die for cute, because I can't lay stickers down straight half the time and stuff like that, where I put it down and then I was like, well, that was stupid. Whoops. My 27 came off with my meals sticker. There we go. Let's see, what do I have going on as far as yeah, that'll work. Oh, you can do that. But this is a really cute kit. It really is. Other than the fact that it's pink. I would love it if this was purple. Like if this was purple or lavender. Hey Amanda, there's an idea for you. If you have access to artwork that's just like this and like a cool toned color, that would be an awesome option to have for your shop. It's super cute. Don't get me wrong. I love this, but it's pink. All right. Gosh, I am just all over the place today, you guys. I am so sorry. I'm tired. So we ended up, we had to go and pick up my daughter's birthday cake that we had ordered. Normally I would just bake a cake, but she specifically requested a purple princess cake, and I am not a baker. I mean, I can bake a sheet cake and put icing on top of it, but that's about the extent of my abilities. So we went ahead and ordered just a cake from Walmart because they had princess cake. and it had a tiara and a little like wand scepter thing, and she loved it. And since that day, of course, we washed the tiara and the wand. They were like toys that they used as part of the decoration process. And she has worn that tiara and carried around that scepter every morning for hours. So that was a win on the cake. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Won't be perfect. Ah, yeah, that's not remotely. Oh, and I tore it. You know what though? That's okay, because I'm almost 100% positive that I have one in here. A cleaning day. Oh, yep, there's laundry day. I thought I had one in here. That's the only thing. These stickers are so tiny to fit this is the same size as the weeks. To fit that they're really easy to rip if you're not careful. Just because they're so small. Okay. And then I'm gonna do, what color? Dot. We are gonna do this. Okay. And then, okay, so we have an event on the 21st. We are, our church is getting together, and we are going to serve Thanksgiving meal to a local community in our area that is a very low income area. And we are actually one of the cities that received refugees a few years ago, if you remember. And a large portion of them are located in this trailer park. It was one of the housing areas that they set aside for refugees, and many of them are very low income, don't speak English, don't really have family here. So we are going to take food baskets to them filled with non-perishable goods, and then we are actually going to serve them a hot traditional Thanksgiving meal. So I'm not sure what time we have to show up. But I am responsible for bringing the sweet potatoes and some pumpkin pie. We're planning on serving about 160 people, they said. So we are kind of a massive undertaking for our tiny little church, but it's going to be good. And I'm not sure what time yet that we have to show up to set up. So I will have to enter that in later. All right, got that done. And then I need to do sorry, I'm looking at my list. Okay. Bills that are coming out this week. Always important information to have. This is not at all pretty. Oh, and somebody had the most brilliant idea the other day, and I went and wrote and probably don't have enough space to do it. Darn. They noticed that a lot of the time I draw another square so that I can use every line instead of every other line. And they were like, why don't you just offset another checklist strip so that you don't have to sit there and draw squares? But yeah, I already went and wrote. That would have worked actually really great if I hadn't already written stuff down. Darn. Okay, well, I will try to remember to do that next time because that's actually a really good idea. Something else we have to set money aside for. Well, we did finally decide on a CPA for next year, so I need to start getting stuff done for him. As a matter of fact, I will make... Sorry if you guys hear that. My husband's playing with the kids in the other room and they are making a ton of noise. Okay, so let's... I don't have anything exciting going on. So goal... Oh, wow. Alright. Oh, where's my 0.1? I don't know where it is. Darn. I prefer the 0.1 tip for this view just because it is a little bit finer, a little bit easier. That's okay. I actually found a lot of my friction pens the other day. It's amazing what you lose when you move and then what you find later on when you're unpacking. So I need to and it's funny, I actually dislike sweet potatoes intensely, so I don't have a recipe for them because I don't ever cook them, so I've got to find a recipe for those. For those of you that think you have the perfect sweet potato pie or yam recipes, drop me a link in the description, or in the description box, in the comments below, so that I can check them out, because yeah, I don't do sweet potatoes. So, and I have my pumpkin pie recipe. I just need to find it. I don't typically cook the pumpkin pie for like family holiday stuff, so it's buried somewhere. I just have to find it. Need to print the bullets. Wow. So here's a little teaser for you guys. Shocker. I'm gonna be using a slightly different system in 2020. I am going to do a full-on setup video and explain why I'm changing what I'm changing. So that should be entertaining. Look for that here in the next few weeks or so. And all of my infinite free time, which doesn't exist. Oh, this is important. This is... Darn, I don't think I have... Oh, yeah, I forgot I have these too. I usually try to film my videos on Wednesday or Thursday. Probably not going to happen on Thursday this week because of co-op, so I'm going to say film on Wednesday and then edit on Thursday. And then I usually upload it on Friday or Saturday. Okay. Now I was looking for new releases. Thought I had some new release stickers, but I apparently do not. I thought I did. I might have them elsewhere. I'll have to raid my sticker stash, but Mandy Lynn Plans is having new releases on Friday. So that is exciting. I'll just write it in. right, so that is going to be it, you guys. I'm not going to do a daily plan with me this week. I have just got way too much going on, and I don't know that I'm even going to have time to do my to-do lists. Sorry, here I go shaking that again. But there you go. I hope you have enjoyed this. If this is something you have enjoyed, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of content like this, do hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of my subscribers currently. We just recently had a really fun giveaway, and I will be doing more of those in the future for my subscribers. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.